Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Coffee with Father James. I'm here at St. Peter's Church and I'm drinking my coffee from Millstone Public House coffee mug. Now, no, this is not a case of corporate sponsorship. Some of you know this is a local pub. There's a number of them around Dartmouth. But I decided to use this mug because what I have to talk to you about today is about the connection of our parish with the broader community and the fact that in our work, especially our work in social outreach, serving the poor, helping the poor, there's a specific way in which we do that as the church, but also our concerns for our community, that there are overlaps with non-church groups and non-Christian groups, with organizations in our culture. And I want to talk to you today about several new partnerships that we're having, both with faith-based organizations and those that are rooted in a different set of principles. But we share in many ways some common goals, and so that's the significance of I just dropped my iPhone. I think I'm going to need a new iPhone, so if you want to let the public house, the Millstone, know that I'm advertising their bar, they can maybe send a few bucks my way. Anyway, let me get my phone. Oh, there we go. Okay, as I was saying, I said a few weeks ago when I talked about the St. Anthony's location, I said that we had some new partnerships we were going to announce, and we are ready to announce them. We're very, very excited. Just a quick overview again, that going back to the fall of 2020 into January of 2021, when we discerned this move to be a two-location parish, we would go from 4 locations to 2, with this St. Peter's site being the central site for gathering for the Eucharist and for our office space, etc. It's central, it is right in the very geographic center of the parish, in a very historic piece of land. The building is solid. We're planning to see if we can renew the building to better serve our needs. But the second location is the St. Anthony's location. It's in North Dartmouth. I gave some statistics a few weeks ago about the particular struggles in that area. Now, poverty, hardship is not limited to that area. It's all over the Dartmouth area, but there is a particularly high concentration there. And we have this what I'll call a campus, because it includes the church, it includes the church hall, which was the original church built back in the late 1940s, which is running now as a hall, and the old rectory. So there are actually 3 buildings. And the question back then was, can we operate that second location in a way that is financially sustainable for us? And that's not just about the physical upkeep of the buildings and the maintenance and the heating and all of that. It's also rooted in our desire to make that a location, a place of activity, a place of outreach, connecting with different partners, with different organizations, to make that place like a going concern, like really busy, a hub of activity. Well, if you're going to have that, you need to support that. If there are going to be people serving and volunteering, you need someone to coordinate the whole thing. So that also led us to hiring the social outreach coordinator position, which is in which Jen Dean is serving and doing an amazing job. Okay, so we need to try to do this and make it all work. That was the vision. That was the goal. And since 2020, we've been moving towards that end. I spoke last time that we presently have the partnership with the food bank, that our parish and First Baptist Church came together to form and rename the food bank to be the North Dartmouth Christian Food Bank. It's based in the hall, and people from both churches help serve there. We used to have other uses in the church hall, but I'm going to talk to you about some new ones. We also have the House of Hope, men recovering from addictions. We have the homeless shelters. We have a transition apartment to help people to find sustainable housing for themselves. So what are the new partnerships? Because we closed the divider to create, instead of the big church, to create a chapel, and we're working to renew that chapel so that that location can also be a place of prayer. But it gives us the space, another usable space. So behind the scenes over the last 12 months. Jen has been working hard. We had a number of starts and stops, ups and downs, but we're ready to announce 3 new partnerships. And the first one is an organization called, let me just look here, Nourish Nova Scotia. Now, some of you may have heard of Nourish Nova Scotia. They're a not-for-profit. They are focused on working for food security for young people and children to make sure that children have access to or are properly nourished. Now, they used to be based in Bedford, and through a number of connections, they found out about our space, and we've been in conversation with them, and they are moving on site. They're going to be running their operation out of our location, which is very, very exciting. Now, in the links below on this video, you can click on their website and find out more about these organizations. The second partnership that is going to be starting up very soon is the Mobile Food Market. And this is a terrific organization who, well, it is what it sounds. It's a mobile unit, a van that goes around bringing fresh vegetables and fresh produce to communities and people in those communities who might have mobility issues, might not normally have access to fresh produce, and bringing it directly from local sources to people in need at a very, very competitive and affordable price. And there are other things that the Mobile Food Market does, but they are going to be taking up residence in our St. Anthony's location and making that their home base as well. And again, if you want to check out more about the Mobile Food Market, you can do so by clicking the link in the notes. And the third partnership we're announcing is an organization that many of you probably will have heard of, and that is Chalice Canada. Chalice is started many, many years ago by a priest of our diocese, Father Pat Cosgrove. It's now a global operation. It's working all around the world, primarily in the area of child sponsorship and education. Father Pat Cosgrove I've known Father Pat since I was a teenager, and he's a very out-of-the-box thinker, always pushing the boundaries. And we're trying something out that in some ways is crazy, but I think it's amazing. And I want to read to you the very words, Father Pat's words. He says this: "This is the first time Chalice has considered opening a site in Canada. So we're grateful for the opportunity to assess the possibility of offering a modified Chalice program at St. Anthony's Church location. The program will work with a coordinator to support 10 families per session to address financial literacy with a micro savings and loan opportunity, and share community meals in a faith-filled environment. Parishes from across the diocese are invited to support this initiative." So this is trying something new. Like, I find that very, very exciting, because this is a new reality and it requires innovation, and innovation always involves some degree of risk. But we're absolutely thrilled to have Chalice. Chalice is an amazing ministry, an amazing organization who have been doing incredible work for years. And so we're proud to have them on board. So these are 3 new partnerships in addition to the food bank, as I mentioned, and the homeless shelters and the House of Hope, and the peer support programs that we have, such as the Artistic Expression Group that meets on Thursdays. One of our parishioners brings together people to do painting, and also our drop-in coffee social group on Tuesdays that's going to start in the fall. So those are the new partnerships that we have starting up in the next month, and I think more to come as we continue to go forward to see if we can make a reality this vision that was originally conceived here in this space in the fall of 2020, that we would truly be a 2-location parish, with our other location being an incredible hub of ministry, of service, of love and support, especially to the least of the broken, the poor, those on the peripheries, those on the outside. We do that working together with other churches and faith groups, and even maybe not quite pubs, but you get the drift. Thanks everyone, and God bless.